Coby was utilized in a bunch of different alignments at Cincinnati. Off man, cover 3, bail coverage, cover 3, some true cover 4 bail. They aligned him in the slot on occasion, some press man. Real versatile in that sense. He's off man here playing the sticks. Very, very relaxed corner. You never see him panic. And I think one of his great strengths is his ability to play the football in the air and play through the catch point. You see him make a tackle here as well as break up the pass. Very, very athletic. And you see him numerous times on film make this sort of play without running through the receiver and getting a penalty as a result. So good drive. He's got his eyes to the quarterback and the route here and breaks up this ball. We see him here in zone coverage. Third down, eyes to the quarterback, matching this receiver. You never see him frantic in coverage. Very, very confident here in his ability to break on that ball and break up that football. Again, without making contact. A real clean breakup with the outside arm there. Watch it again. At the top of our screen near the end zone, again, very calm in this back pedal turn. A lot of times we'll see him very tight coverage here, chest to chest. He's turning to find the football. You see the receiver's head go around. So does his. And I like how he's in position here to defend a back shoulder throw, a jump ball or fade or anything inside. And he basically cuts the receiver off. It's almost like he's stacking him. And again, he's in position to break on the football which way it goes. Turns and plays the ball. Watch it again. Very sticky coverage once again. He's over the number 2 receiver. Beats him to a spot. And he's real good at sort of stacking outside, cutting the receiver off. And he's also physical without being grabby. You see him turn to find the football along with the receiver. I think he realizes this throw is errant, and he's not going to let the receiver run through him to get there. There's some pressure on the quarterback, kind of forces that ball further inside. But you see, once again, he's in position to play this ball over the top or any kind of back shoulder, and he's cut him off effectively outside here. Watch it again. We see him at the top of our screen, and once again, he's going to be in cutoff mode, and he runs the route for this receiver outside. They're going to run a go on him, turns to find the football, and he's going to squeeze to the sideline, ultimately stack, get on top of that receiver here. This is one of my favorite plays because I think it tells us a lot about him, even though he gets beat on this ultimately. There's a lot of exceptional traits that he displays. He's showing press at the line. He's going to bail here. You can see his eyes to the quarterback, flips his hips. To me, he's not in a great position right now relative to the DB. I think he realizes that. He's giving him too much of the sideline, and this is a vertical behind him. But he's I say it throughout, but he's very, very calm, very, very easy in running with these receivers. I think he's got good speed. That's my guess. We'll see at the combine, but he recovers nicely. You see he's in a good position here. He just gets beat by a great play by the receiver, kind of throws him aside and out physicals him here. But you see him trying to make a play on the football. I consider that sticky coverage. One of the things I'll say about this, and I'm sure this is the way he's coached, is that he flips his hips right away, perhaps like a step outside, just a little side shuffle here, forces this route farther to the sideline, buys him a little more time in this bail where he can squeeze that route more. There's just a little too much outside. And again, just a jump ball type play that he misses on. But I really like the recovery there, the smarts, the lack of panic. And I like the versatility we're seeing out of him, the different coverages and the different alignments that or assignments they're giving him. In particular, I like that he shows press until the very last second. In other words, the ball's been snapped. That shows great confidence the coach has placed in him, but also confidence that he has in himself to turn and run if he has to, confidence in his ability to recover. That last minute bail, as opposed to stepping out, just before the snap or kind of reading that, can confuse the quarterback, can lead to turnovers. Is create a moment of indecision here for the receiver who's been thinking about the alignment, pre-snap of the cornerback. You can see, I guess, a distinction between the two corners here at Cincinnati. That's Ahmad Gardner. Much more of a pure press, jam you off the line. I'd like to see him in these true press techniques be able to get his hands on the receiver. That's something he's going to need to be able to do in these particular situations, just to disrupt the timing between the quarterback and the receiver, perhaps press him further to the sideline in this particular instance. Real quick hip flip. Again, he's very confident that he can run with these receivers, but you can see there's plenty of sideline to work with there. He's got sticky coverage, but in my opinion, he's beat here by a better throw. It's just a little bit outside for the receiver. He can't quite come up with it. And I think hands at the line of scrimmage, even his offhand as the receiver gets by him. We see him lined up over the slot or inside receiver, number 2 to this side. He's going to miss with this offhand jam. Looks like he's shuffling instead of turning his hips and running. If you shoot that hand high, the receiver can kind of slip it or dip his shoulder or swat it away as he does here. And you can see it looks as if he gets just a little bit behind. He's really in chase mode there. I think the Ravens and a lot of teams would really like how well he plays in a variety of techniques, but they're going to coach up this jam at the line. You see a clean release here again. He's very confident that he can run with anybody, I think, but just an effort to reroute right here as they're even. You can see the receivers behind him. You don't want this guy able to stack on top of him. Even though, Coby's kind of funneling to the middle here, you still don't want that stack occurring. He has the outside receiver here. With this much cushion, I think he's a bit quick to turn his hips and run and buy vertical. And they just curl this. And he's sufficiently past the stick. So you do see on the replay that he has turned his hips and he's running to cut this off at the sideline like we saw earlier in the video. Watch it again. We see him again here in bail coverage, showing press. Again, he waits till the ball's snapped, flips his hips, eyes to the quarterback. I think what we observed earlier might help here as well. Just this slide step outside. The goal was not to let him beat you deep, and that doesn't happen. I believe this is late in the game as well. So if he's going to give some underneath stuff, he also seems like he loses a feel for where the receiver is here. And that step outside, again, would squeeze a little bit more to the sideline. But if you're going to give up the underneath stuff, which you are, a lot of times in this bail coverage, particularly late, you got to come up and make the tackle. I don't mind him at all as a tackler. I say it that way because it seems like that's a big critique of his game, but I see him as very willing and a capable tackler, and I think he'll get better at that as well. You see him drive on the throw, reading the quarterback in off coverage. Really good head up, wrap tackle in space. Watch it again. He stays home and reads this reverse. See him shuffle outside to get on the edge and then read the back inside. Again, nice wrap tackle with force, bringing the ball carrier down. Watch it again. We see him at the top of our screen here, a wide corner blitz, and he lays a big hit on the quarterback. So any suggestion that he's less than physical, I'm not buying that. Watch it again.